One, bam, 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 bam. Ooh la 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 la. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Takura, aka Aeszokai Digitals. Some of you know me. I do concept creation, videography, and today on the podcast, not a podcast show, I have a guest that I've been wanting to invite for a very long time, but he's a busy person. He is an expert, as they say, in China here. Mr. Norman, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
It's good to have you, man.
Yeah, nice to be here.
It's been a minute. I don't know when you're supposed to come here, but I think you were supposed to come here a long time ago. I would say like 2 months before.
Yeah, I'm not a very reliable person. Not a good German. Not a good German.
Not a good German.
So,
You know, I've sometimes
all Germans are not good, by the way, but
I've talking about the German thing. There's a time when sometimes I rehearse jokes in my head, and I've always wanted to make like a German joke.
go ahead.
No, I
I don't feel insulted, to be honest. It's really hard to insult a German, especially on historical stuff. I think it's really hard.
You guys are on the downside. But anyway, thanks for coming through, man. The joke I'm not going to say today because,
It's a secret joke.
it's a secret joke.
You have to laugh
But-
for yourself.
We both know. We both know. We both know. You see the hand?
Oh, okay.
I-
Yeah. But by the way, that's an interesting thing. There is no way I can move my hand in that direction.
Really?
It's illegal in Germany and will be punished.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. So I'm a assistant professor for philosophy at Shandong University.
Right.
And I mean, it's a great job. So I can technically define my research area myself.
Right.
I have very broad interests, but if you really want to know, I would say like my main interest is what is knowledge
Okay.
and how can we generate knowledge. So it's called epistemology. Yeah.
Okay. And when people say like, what do you do or who are you? We tend to use our titles of what we do, like our job items.
Yeah.
But would you say like there's any other explanation that you give people about yourself apart from your title? Because I feel like that's your profession, right?
So, I mean, of course, we are existing individuals who have like a lot of
Right.
emotional trouble too, right?
Yeah.
But like since I was a child, I was interested in philosophical questions, and
Okay.
it was never my choice to become a professor. I thought it was kind of impossible, and a lot of people said it's very difficult to become one.
Right.
Maybe true, but like somehow I always pursued philosophical questions, and I think that's what I am.
So
I'm
you're
a
just curious
philosopher.
person, I would say.
Curious, not only curious, because look, people could be curious about other people's relationships and
Right.
so on. I don't have real interests in that.
Mm.
I'm more interested in what do we do here in this position of the universe as human
Right.
beings.
On Earth. Okay. So recently we were talking about business.
Yeah.
And we're discussing about the stuff that I do here on the podcast, by the way, because sometimes we might think that we know things, we know how to do things, but certain people do have information that is quite helpful. So you mentioned something about givers and takers,
Yeah.
and you told me that that's how we can differentiate who can make it in business and who cannot.
Mm.
And from somebody who's an expert in terms of sociology,
Yeah.
I think maybe you can maybe make the point more clear to me and also other people as well who are dumb as me as well. But don't use big words because
You're
I
not
know
dumb.
you in big words.
Yeah, people tend to say I use big words, but look, I'm not a native speaker, so I cannot tell what are big words and what are small words,
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So just ask if you think I use a big word, Yeah. So, but like in general, let's keep it simple because so before I taught at an American university, and I used to do that with my students, differentiating what are givers and what are takers is very important. And then
When was this? The American University?
was Duquesne University in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I was teaching there for maybe 5 years.
Okay. So this before China, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I was just adjunct professor. So anyway, so the thing is like, if you want to be successful, the question is like, how do you initiate social circles? It's quite clear that you cannot be successful in isolation.
True.
Let's just have a simple example. Let's say you wanted to build the Eiffel Tower, right? Could you do that by yourself?
No, I can't.
Why can't?
Because it's a big structure, so I need like a lot of people to help me, I guess.
That's right. So, and like, how do human communities achieve that kind of collaboration? And I think it's not just driven by money incentives.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if you go into the classical theory of Adam Smith, so he was the guy who wrote The Wealth of Nations.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of the founders of, I would say, modern market theory and economics. Right. So he wrote that book, A Wealth of Nations, which says, okay, you reduce trade barriers and so on and so on.
Right.
And then you get like super successful nations in terms of economics.
Okay.
But he knew that even then you would have a livable society.
All right.
So you would just have a society that works well on trade. But for having a livable society, you also need a moral society. And his first books was on moral sentiments and how people actually build communities that produce more than just economic structures. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the major idea is that you have to be a good person to have a good society. Yeah, a good society that works. Yeah.
So if you got to be a good person, good morals, why is it that some leaders that we have in the world that are, of course, I can't mention names, that have been popular for legionations were not as good? Maybe they ruled with a little bit of extra aggressiveness, I would say, but they still managed to lead people and, I don't know, make their countries be better or be great, I would say. Like, for example, if you just look at America right now, I don't think Trump is the kind of person where we say like he's got good morals, but still it's one of those countries that are deemed to be great anyway, regardless.
Yeah, I think you speak to a right point. So, I mean, the question is, first of all, what are morals? And like, I mean, I introduced it with the distinction of givers and takers.
Right.
Being a giver, and we need to distinguish maybe at some point what that means, but it's true. It does not really mean that you're necessarily a good person.
Okay.
So let's dive in first into what is a giver and what is a taker. Okay.
All right.
So that we define it. So I have a thought experiment for you, and just to say, this theory is based on Adam Grant's research. He wrote a book. It's called Givers and Takers. Really good book. I recommend reading that.